Blessings, y'all. It is So to Bestow, episode 37, part 37. I have everything out here laid out. This usually makes cool sounds. Hear that and see that. My turquoise garage. And then have my little container and the package. We got our seam ripper, which we're going to use. We're probably not going to use that. The goal is to not use a seam ripper today because I'm sewing on buttons. In this case, I'm sewing buttons onto overalls. I already have the buttons laid out, and I don't really need to use a seam ripper. The seam ripper, if I use a seam ripper, that means I made a mistake. So I'll open it just in case. But if I'm doing this properly and efficiently, I'll just need to use my scissors. So, first button, 2-hole, burgundy. It's going on the right. I already have buttons here on the left. As you can see, 7 buttons going down, spaced out. On the right, 7 buttons going down, held together. I've been supposed to do this a long time ago. Like, I'm amazed. But here's what organization does. It keeps you back in focus, right? Because I organize my space, I have time to do it. And here's an episode that I'm recording for your viewing. And I'll do some talking. I feel like talking. Clearly, I'm talking right now. I'm gonna start with the burgundy thread. Go in. I have a lot of buttons I actually have to sew. My next episode, I'll get to my process and how I decide what to do. That'll be an episode in itself. I realized 2 years ago, around this time is when I started to do this series. And we're already 37 episodes deep. I thought I would be finished by now, but the process goes on and on, doesn't it? So, I'm putting things together and in order. So, I realized that times, so I'm gonna also use this. I'm gonna explain this concoction, but this little pulley here, I connect to myself. So when I need to cut or pull a needle, I can just do it more efficiently because I don't like gripping on the needle and not getting through. The first button is nearly sewn. I'm just creating a shank, going down. I'll create another knot, and then that will be it for this one. I'm sorry you're not able to see so properly. This thread is almost over, but I'll save it. Next, 4-hole button of the same color, burgundy. So I said I was going to save it. I am going to save it, but I'll use this one. It's a red thread, much longer. This is as close as I can get though, y'all, without knocking down my water and creating havoc. My hands are slippery, so I'm going to have to use the file nail clipper to pull these needles in. That's just what it is. They are slippery. They are. Okay, I did, okay. Okay, 2 buttons are down. This is the 3rd button we're sewing. I'm real close, all in y'all grill. So we're gonna finish this off. It'll be just enough to get us through. And I'll rethread this one. Ooh. If I cannot lose it. Okay. So yeah, I want it to be as close as possible. This is close enough. See? That's good. Could be a little closer, actually. But it's okay where it is right now. Because it's not too far apart. That's the most important. Okay, like a planet. Woo! I'm doing this up my hanky. It's good enough because we don't want anything to be too chaotic. It's already chaotic enough. Okay, here we go. And there we have it. That's 3 down. 4 more to go. But before, I'm gonna get rid of this because we cannot sew a button with this. It's not enough thread. I'm gonna replace that with its reflection. It's kind of wrapped in there though. I may have to cut it. Yeah, okay. This is long enough. Cut it right there. So now we can close this back up. Chair is cracking, creaking. So we're not going to use this thread anymore because we have other threads to pick from, colors. But at least we have a fresh, filled up tank. I correlate the needles as cars and the thread as gas. Different colors of gas, clearly. Right, so the next button is going to be purple. Now, of course, we're going to use purple thread for that. The most important thing when sewing is to make sure you create a staple knot. I just went right through that. Now the knot is stable. So this purple button is gonna stand out. It's gonna cover a pocket a bit. That's fine though. It's a big button, so it's meant to stand out. I'll show you what I mean. I'm sure. I'd like to see that. Okay. You see how that purple is kind of leaning against the pockets here? I like that though. I like that. I like that. Okay, we're going to create a knot. Let's get that out of the way and go up one more time. And then create a shank. I'm going to have to replace the thread on this one too, because it won't be enough for the next one. It's almost out. I know I'm sweating right now. All you can see is my forehead. My apologies, y'all. I have to be careful because I'm treading on thin territory with these needles. There have been times I've broken a needle mid-sewing because the needle I'm using, like this needle, is very thin. If I go too hard, you can break the needle. Alright, make one more knot, create a shank, make another knot, making 3 knots. This button ain't going nowhere, y'all. Tell you what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make it to where this needle is exposed closest to these holes. Okay, this is close enough. All right, now we're gonna get this tool. Makes this process possible. If I didn't have this tool, I would just be doing this the whole video. We don't want that. This tool pulls it from the jump. No problem. Now we're going to create our shank. 1, 2, 3. So I got room for. Because as I said, this needle, this thread is almost over for this button here. We'll come at the bottom. Create our knot. It's kind of hard to receive because again the space is tighter now. This is what we got left. This is not enough for any button. I'm going to take this off and replace it. Same purple or something similar anyway. Here we go. Perfect. This will probably sew on 3 buttons. which is enough. Alright, we're done with the purple. Now, the next one, 3 more buttons left. Let's see how we look. How it looks so far. Next button, it's this silver floral situation. I'm gonna just use a white button for that. Actually, the next button is going to be a red button. I changed my mind. It's going to be red. This episode, it's all over the place. The only exit is... Sorry, I know this is supposed to be an ASMR video, now that I'm singing. I got the song in my head. The only... I'm gonna try to sing it, not as loud. The only exit is running away. No sign of day. Maybe you've come to the end of the road. Look at yourself and you're all alone, feeling the clouds rising on you. Take yourself off the ground, turn it around, look at the sky, open your eyes. Now is the time to spread your wings and fly. It's a beautiful life, a beautiful life. Alright, okay. I'm creating my shank. This came after purple. I changed it to red because if not, the algorithm is going to look funky. Real funky. Red is good. Neato. That was a lot. This video is a lot. It may not look like it because I'm editing a lot of the things out of it, but you guys, y'all. Okay, 2 more buttons to go. Now, we have this one. It's looking good. Last button. This is an old button. This button is over 10 years old, that I know. And it's actually a button I remember getting in Texas at Target. For whatever reason, at that point in my life, I thought that button, or that this button, was the coolest button ever. It definitely had more of a burgundy finish. It's been through the washing machine many times now, so it doesn't look like what it used to. But I remember I put these on navy blue. I had a navy blue jacket that I would put these buttons on, which is an interesting color combination. Navy blue and like a light pink burgundy. It's a wooden button, so it's maintained its durability. You can see the water through its frame though. But yeah, so it's amazing looking at it right now, because I remember when I got it years ago. 10 years ago. Like I said, it's 10 years old, maybe 11. Got it in 2012, I believe. Definitely 2012. Yeah. Let's create the planet on this Joker and then finish this episode, because this episode is a lot. I'm getting bothered with it myself. I need to go grocery shopping anyway. I'm talking about we doomed. Anyway, let me finish this video because I got things to say about other things that might piss some of y'all off. So get this needle through. it's all done now, y'all. I did not have to use my seam ripper, but I definitely needed to use a nail clipper. And here is the finished result. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's like more than that because it's a cross between big and small. Blessings. Thank you for watching this. I know this video was a lot. I did a lot of random ramblings and some of it didn't make sense. But I'm finally happy to be finished with this. Now we move forward. Blessings, and I'll catch you in the next one.